After 3 years of closure, Rwanda opened its border with Uganda, marking what both trade and private sector considers a good boost for commerce for both countries.
Is a very, very good reinstatement of border access, because we had a lot of economic activity between Uganda and Rwanda, and it was not only in goods but also services.
Opening is fantastic news for us as a country, for them as a country, but also for East Africa as a region. And we hope that once the political issues and diplomatic issues have been ironed out, then full business should be able to resume. And that's good news for all of us.
In the last 2 decades, Uganda's annual exports to Rwanda rose gradually to above $200 million, but suddenly plunged sharply after the border closure in 2019. In 2020, at the peak of the hostilities during the closure, Uganda's exports to Rwanda were under $2 million. The closure affected Uganda and neighboring countries beyond the Rwandese market laws. It had choked off commerce on a major regional transport artery that funnels goods from the Indian Ocean seaport of Mombasa in Kenya through Uganda to Rwanda, Burundi, and the Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo.
The city of Gisenyi is directly linked to the city of Goma. So not necessarily everything that left Uganda went fully into Rwanda, but some of the traders in Rwanda would get stuff from Uganda and then re-export it to other countries like Burundi, Tanzania, and the DRC, which are immediate neighbors.
The two countries are land-linked and landlocked. There will be better opportunities for our economy. Now, in terms of the overall opening, it's going to be very easy to see the numbers rise, because we are now monitoring all the trade between Uganda and all the rest of the world.
Both Ugandan farmers and manufacturers were cashing in from the Rwandese market, while Rwanda significantly depended on Uganda for both agriculture and an assortment of processed goods and services.
Rwanda is heavily consumptive, so a lot of our goods would find their way into Rwanda at different levels. So most of our industries have been exporting iron and steel, cement, foods and beverages, value addition materials, but we also have services, professional services, accountants, people who have in very, very rare fields like doctors.
But as the border reopens, it coincides with Uganda's commitment to retouch its entire export subsector, this time looking at more attributes beyond volumes.
We have to make most of our goods and services within those sectors market ready. By market ready, I mean in terms of quality on the value chain, right from what is being produced in the garden, how it is being packaged, branded, how it is being marketed and processed, everything to do with processing.
Going forward, Uganda is today looking at leveraging its agriculture subsector to reduce its trade deficit, partly worsened by the regional turbulence such as the South Sudan conflict and Rwanda's border closure. It's now retouching its regional market presence and further afield.
Got many more trade agreements between other African countries under, again, East Africa, COMESA, and Africa. But also now we are trying to engage UK since they left the Brexit. You know that our exports to the United Kingdom have been reducing over the last 5 years, but now we want to boost that line of trade by entering into agreements with the United Kingdom, and we want to be their food basket.